Hi, welcome back to another episode on the Healthy Wisdom series with Dr. Jen Chen. Wow, Healthy Wisdomers, in this series we've covered a lot of material, wouldn't you say? So I thought it'd be helpful to do a short summary of the most important pieces of information we've shared so far. As my great learning mentor, Jim Kwik would say in his 6 R's for active learning, the second R is to reflect on the information that you've acquired to improve retention of this new memory. Now, I bet you probably can't get these 6 R's out of your head right now, right? Don't worry. Next episode, we'll cover the 6 R's of how to actually improve your learning. So, back to our summary of points. We started with learning about emotions and their associated organs. And the liver was the first one that we began with. So when the liver is stressed or under functioning, these are the 2 emotions that will be elicited: anger and depression. Now with the heart, when stressed or under functioning, we'll actually end up with joy or mania and lack of vitality or enthusiasm. With the spleen, when it's stressed or under functioning, we look at worry or overthinking and focus or lack of focus. With the lung, we look at grief when it's stressed and detachment when it's under functioning. And with the kidneys, when it's stressed, we often see fear and a mix of emotions as anxiety. Now, the second thing that we explored in the episodes that covered the emotions and their associated organs was functions and roles that each organ plays in the operations of our body to keep us going on a day-to-day basis. So when I think about the liver, I think about blood and the storage of blood. And this is why it plays a major role in the menstruation in women and females who have experienced PMS and or other symptoms that, might be debilitating on a monthly basis. Now, the heart obviously has a very important role with blood as well, but it is more on the circulation of the blood throughout the body. And since every square inch of the body requires the blood to be able to function or run its day-to-day operations, this is probably why the ancient Chinese, they regarded the heart as the emperor of the body. When I think of the spleen, I think of it as a provider of energy to the brain for learning. So because of its major role in providing this energy, much like a battery, I often think of the spleen when I'm associating like eating gummy bears for quick energy when you're studying late into the night. For the lungs, the main function is to bring in fresh air into the body and to breathe out some waste. So I think when crying, how we tend to sob and take in shorter breaths in order to be able to get a little bit more air into our systems. The kidneys are the filtration system in our bodies. One of its major functions is through the regulation of the hormones and neurotransmitters that are released by the adrenal glands that sit on top of the organ itself. And what they do is they help to regulate the response that we have when encountering a dangerous situation. So after looking at the emotions and the associated organs, as well as looking at the functions and roles that each organ plays in the body, then we looked at the imbalances and how they affect both the emotions and the organ systems and how they affect one another. So let's take an example of a university student who is pulling 3 all-nighters in a row and finally gets the exam out of the way. And on the weekends, they then go out for a few drinks with their friends and go for a ball game and maybe, go out to party a little bit to celebrate the finishing of the exams. What happens is that really stresses out the liver system and it makes you very tired, right? So usually people wake up with a hangover, etc. So this type of stress on the liver will then eventually cause some irritability in the person per se, if they have to get up early on a Monday morning to get back to classes. And so the emotions are a result of the changes in the body system. So let's also take an example from the other end of the spectrum where the emotions are causing some bodily changes. Say I'm really excited about something and I am overjoyed to see someone. So what my body will do is it will release hormones and neurotransmitters such as dopamine, which then also will release oxytocin into my system. I feel overjoyed and I'm really excited, maybe because I'm in love with this person. And so that's partly why I threw in the oxytocin, because then it, it's the love hormone, right? So you're excited and you get the warm and fuzzy feelings. And so as a result, your heart rate will go up, as well as, the little tingly sensations that you feel when you are really excited to see someone that you're very interested in and you're looking forward to seeing them. So in this case, you see how the emotions then elicit a response into changing your body chemistry. And as a result, you also see a behavioral in terms of the anticipation. And last but not least, we did explore some things that you can incorporate into your daily lifestyles to bring back the balance of our internal systems, such as what we call homeostasis from each of the major emotions that we've talked about, as well as the bodily states. I hope this series has shed some light into the importance of listening to our bodies and encouraged you and your loved ones to perhaps reconnect with your gut feelings. All right, Healthy Wisdomers, it's been a pleasure to once again share this knowledge with you today. Please take a minute to subscribe, follow, and rate this episode. And invite your friends to join us on this journey. Remember, you are amazing, and there's no one else like you. This is the Healthy Wisdom Series with Dr. Jen Chen. I'll catch you guys on the next.